Jenna.
And me, Karis.
And this is
That Granby Life.
In today's episode, we will be interviewing two reporters, and their names are Lauren Zenzi and Danny News, and they have a show called Mass Appeal.
Danny News? He's a reporter, his name is Danny News? That seems fake.
That does seem suspicious. It's like a doctor being named Doctor. It just seems impossible.
My doctor's name is Doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess his name could be Danny News.
I also heard he was from Florida.
So his name is Danny News. And he's from Florida. That does seem suspicious. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Hello, my name is Danny. I host Mass Appeal for Channel 22. I am coming to you live, or not live, from Chicopee, and now I'm going to answer some questions. What's the first question?
How long have you worked at Mass Appeal, and what made you decide to work here?
These are both very good questions. I'm glad you asked them. Thank you for asking them. Well, 23 years ago, it was a rainy night in Pennsylvania. I have worked here for a year and a half. I started on May 22nd, 2017, a week after I graduated college at the University of Miami in Florida. Why did I come here? A few reasons. One, the Big E. No, I didn't know what the Big E was before I got here, actually. Basically, here's how it went down. My parents lived in Jersey, close to home, only 3 hours from my family. I get to be between Boston and New York. I love both those cities. Chowder, clam chowder is really fun. And I just like history a lot. I'm a big dork. And there's a lot of great history that happened right here in Springfield. The city of firsts, as we say. So I was happy to join. Oh, and also I got to just talk all the time on TV. And I like doing that. Any other questions that I can answer?
Did you have any jobs before this?
Oh, God. I had so many little jobs. This is my first, having to wear a tie, big boy, have to put makeup on all the time job. But I worked at Johnson & Johnson, the shampoo company. I interned at The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in New York. I worked for NBC in Miami in South Florida. This is my third job that's with an NBC station or affiliate at different levels. So, yes, I had other jobs before this. I was also a student, which is important. Don't forget your education. Anything else?
Are you a producer or just a host?
What if I told you that I'm both? If you look at my business card, see if I have one on me. I don't, but I am both a host and a associate assistant producer. Lauren and I, and then our executive producer, Kathy, Madam Catherine. She's our executive producer. We all produce it together. We got a lot of questions, but very good question. Anything else? Yeah.
What is a producer?
Oh, you want to ask too?
No.
Okay. What is a producer? Well, it's a good question. 57 years ago, it was a rainy night. No. A producer, I'm on the air talking to you, right? But I have this earpiece. See, this thing goes in my ear. And in my ear is my producer telling me notes for the show. She's timing it out to make sure our segments all go to exactly the hour that we have to fill every day, and making those executive decisions to round out the edges in between the times when I'm talking. Did you have a question?
No.
Come on. Ask you my favorite color or something. Some random.
How big do you think is the whole studio?
Ooh. I would say the studio could fit about 45,000 gallons of mac and cheese. I think that is the scientific measurement of our studio's girth. You have liked what you've seen today. Don't say it out loud if you haven't. Our show, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 on 22 News, your local NBC station at Chicopee. We also have a website where you can watch our segments on mymassappeal.com. And if you miss our show, we also air again at 1 p.m. on the CW Springfield. But mymassappeal.com, that's the main one. You can see this face, my co-host Lauren's face, and a bunch of other dogs.
Hi, I'm Jenna Abbott from That Granby Life, and here we are at Mass Appeal with Lauren Zenzi. And we're going to be asking her a couple questions about her show, Mass Appeal. So, what made you become a reporter?
So I have loved television since I was a little girl, kind of like you guys. I was in musical theater for years, and I was a dancer, and I sang. And I actually moved to Hawaii, and I was there for 6 months. And I was there for study abroad for college, my sophomore year of college. And my roommate actually fell off of a waterfall. And the news ended up contacting us because somehow they figured out that she was in the hospital, and they put out a news story saying that she wasn't okay. And she was actually perfectly fine. So I ended up calling the news station. I was like, look, I want to make sure that her parents in New York know that she's okay. Can we somehow meet up so that you can do a story to say, you know, she fell from this waterfall, but she actually ended up being perfectly fine. So we ended up meeting up with the news people, and that's when I fell in love with TV. So I've always loved TV, but I really wanted to become a reporter when that happened. So then I came home, and then I got a job after I graduated. I moved to South Dakota. So I moved to the Midwest, all the way in Rapid City. You don't hear of many people moving to South Dakota. So I was out there, and I did news reporting for a little while. I did it for about a year, and then I found this job, and I came home, and now we are doing Mass Appeal Monday through Friday. It is a lifestyle show for people that haven't seen it, so we're focusing on all of the good in the community, which is really exciting. So that's how I got started.
How long have you worked at 22 News?
So I have been here at 22 News since June of 2016. So it's been almost 2.5 years because it's November right now. So, yep, almost 2.5 years. I can't believe it. It's been a long time. It feels like just yesterday, though, that I was flying home for my interview to come here.
Is Mass Appeal your first job, or did you have any before that?
So I worked in news. I did the year of news before I came to South Dakota, or before I came back to Massachusetts, and I was doing news out there first. So this is my second television job, my first lifestyle job.
Did you have any smaller jobs before this one?
Before this, besides working in news out in South Dakota, I was doing, I did some entertainment stuff. I worked at the casinos. I worked at Foxwoods, and I worked at Mohegan Sun, and I was emceeing slot tournaments and things like that. So I was doing some entertainment stuff, and I worked a lot of jobs, lots of internships too before I came here.
So I know you're the host of Mass Appeal, but are you also a producer?
Yes. So the cool thing about Mass Appeal and the cool thing about my job and my co-host Danny's job is that we really do everything. So it's myself, Danny, and a producer. So all three of us write the show every day. We book all of our own segments. We shoot all of our own video like you girls are doing. We edit all of our own video. We go out and do live shots. We go out and take video. We go out and get things called B-roll whenever we know that there's a segment coming up. So we really do everything. That's one of the funniest questions I get is when someone comes on the show and they're like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. Do you get to leave at noon? From 11 to 12, Mass Appeal is the on-air part, is the fastest part of our day. The rest of it is getting, weeks and weeks ahead of time, preparing weeks and weeks ahead of time for the show, because it really is only just three of us.
Do you mind telling our viewers a little bit more about Mass Appeal?
Sure. So for anyone that hasn't watched Mass Appeal, it is a lifestyle show that airs weekdays live at 11 on 22 News, and then it airs again, the taped version, the same exact show at 1 o'clock on the CW Springfield. And for anyone that doesn't know what Mass Appeal is, our show encompasses all things in the community. So we work with a lot of nonprofit organizations. We work with a lot of local talent. We work with a lot of local chefs. We do kitchen segments, cooking, DIY segments. We pretty much do everything that can help people in the community, whether it is learning how to set a Thanksgiving table or whether it's talking about a local nonprofit organization that's looking to raise $100,000. We really do all things that encompass what the community should be about and what everyone should know about all of the amazing things that happen in Western Mass.
What kind of people do you interview, and do you go to get footage on location or in studio?
So we interview people from all walks of life that work with community members, whether, like I said, whether it's nonprofit organizations or it's local artists, crafters, bloggers, moms, dads, everybody. And we go out and we get video on location of places. We go live from places with our backpack trucks, or our backpacks, or our satellite trucks whenever we do live shoots. This Wednesday, I'm going to be live at Yankee Candle Village. We go there a lot. We go all over the place in Western Mass. And yeah, so we do go out and shoot video. So say we're going live there on Wednesday. We'll probably go the week before and go get all of the video that we need so that we have a visual to talk about when we are live there too.
I'm Kara Smith, and I'm going to ask you some more questions.
Sure.
So how long do you think each show is?
So our show is live every single day, no matter what, from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, or actually 11:57:27. So our show is an hour every single day.
How long do you think each one, like each part of it is?
So all of our segments really vary. So our segments range from about 3 minutes to 5 minutes, or sometimes when we can't stop talking, they end up going longer. But that's the beauty of live television, is that the time always fluctuates. So we really try and do 3 to 5 minute segments.
Do you think you'll ever quit this job and get another job, or do you want to stay on this job for like a long time?
So we are very lucky here on Mass Appeal to be doing all of the good in the community. We're really highlighting all of the really great people and all the great organizations in our community. So I don't know what my future holds. Typically in the news business, when you get out of somewhere like college, you work your way up to places like New York or Connecticut, or it's all on market size. So I am very content where I am right now. I love my job. I do have to say that. I'm very, very lucky here at Mass Appeal. So I don't have any plans on leaving as of right now, but you never know what the future holds. Very young, going to be a mom. You never know what's going to happen.
Are you married to Danny?
I am married, shockingly, but it's not to Danny. Little do people know, Danny and I are coworkers and very good friends. We are not married. We live very far apart from each other. We commute to work separately every day. We don't sleep in the same house, but it does feel like it. He's my work husband, which is what we call each other, because we know everything about each other. He knows more about me than I know about me. We know each other's tics. It's funny. I know exactly what he's going to do whenever he comes in the morning. We have the same routine each and every day. But no, he is not my actual husband outside of work.
What's your favorite? Do you like working, asking people about it in the kitchen, or like over there?
My favorite would have to be the kitchen, because I get to eat food. But some of my other favorite segments are the DIY segments. So when a really good local crafter comes in and they teach me how to make a wreath, I'm not very crafty as it is myself. But when I have someone teaching me how to do it, then I can recreate it at home. And that's exactly what I love, because it's awesome.
What are you going to name your baby? Jenna or Karen?
Oh! Well, my baby is a boy, so neither. We haven't fully decided on a name just yet, but there's a couple of good ones coming down the pipeline, so we'll see what he's going to be named. But unfortunately, it won't be either of your names, but maybe when I have a girl one day, that will be it.
Well, that's it for That Granby Life. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you, Lauren, for having us here.
You are so welcome. Great job, girls. High five. Nice job. You guys are so good. Nice work.
Thank you.
Good job, girls. This is where all of the camera is controlled. So this is the zoom. So you can zoom in. You can focus the camera. I'm sure you know all these things. You want to try?
Sure.
You want to try it? Go ahead. Wait, okay.
It's all the Granby Channel stuff. So I was like,
So right here, this is the zoom. So if you hold both of these, this is where you zoom. There you go. And then over here is where you focus. So what we do for the show is we'll say pick a flower. So you're gonna zoom in all the way on the flower. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. And then you can tilt it down so you can get to the flower. Ready? Go ahead, zoom all the way in. So see how it's blurry? You can go all the way. So see how it's blurry?
Yeah.
And what you'll do is you'll focus it. Then that's how you know that your shot is focused for the show. Isn't that cool? So when Danny and I are sitting there, what the camera person will do is they'll zoom in to our face. They'll go like this. So here's our makeup room. This is where we get ready. Here, I can turn on the lights for you. So everyone will come in here and touch themselves up before they go on the air. Get themselves all ready to go. So these are all of the stations that we've been to that are a part of our corporation. So we're an NBC affiliate, but we're owned by Nexstar. So whatever that light is on up there, that means that we're on the air. So that means that the microphones, the news is going on.
so you don't have people running in and out.
Exactly. Well, people are usually running in and out. But, so I'll take you guys into the newsroom in a minute. But over here is what is called Mini Master Control. And this is where all of the live feeds and everything get routed from. That's where everything comes out of here. So the commercial breaks, all that stuff. And then this, if you guys want to come in, is the control room where we have our producer sitting. Our director is up front, and they're the ones that are controlling not only us, but the live feeds and everything else that's going on.
Ever charge you a fee to check the status of a license, registration, or title. And if it does ask for a payment, that website isn't secure. It's also important to note that information on these third-party sites might not be accurate. CR Speller, 22 News.
The utility behind the natural gas explosions in the Merrimack Valley is planning to provide 20,000 Thanksgiving dinners to residents who have still not returned to their homes almost 2 months later. Governor Baker says more than 2,000 families, or about 7,500 people, are currently living in temporary housing. The disaster killed one person and injured dozens of others and destroyed or damaged more than 100 homes in Lawrence, Andover, and North
Sorry, go ahead. We're going to go to the right. So this is where this is our internet department, so they're the ones always posting online to the web. And then this is where all of the news sits. And Taylor, future broadcasters of America.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, they are in full force. This is where everyone does all of their video editing. This is where all the videos get edited for every single show that's on. And if we walk this way, I can bring you into where the news actually happens. Is that where you're headed? No. So they're all doing editing in here. This is where all the video gets done. So if we be really quiet, we can see where the news happens.
Right, students is remembering the men and women who defend our freedom. How one man is honoring their legacy, one gravestone at a time. And later, we'll spotlight the women serving in the military at home and overseas and inspiring others to do the same. You're watching 22 News today.
Future broadcasters of America here.
Hey.
They have their camera out. Ready to go. So Nick's gonna
You all right with that, Nick?
weather.
Yeah, it's a little wide, but okay. As we take you into tonight, plan on a lot of clouds around and generally dry for the evening, but rain gets here after midnight. And that could briefly mix with a little bit of some snow and sleet in our northwestern hills, but the vast majority of us just get rain. Overnight lows 34 to 38. So a soggy morning commute tomorrow. Heaviest of the rain tomorrow will be in the morning, and then tapers off to just a few showers in the afternoon. Highs 44 to 48. So the worst of the weather tomorrow is in the morning. For your Wednesday, a mix of sunny clouds and breezy up to 37. 36 cold but dry on Thursday until late Thursday night and into Friday. A wintry mix of snow, sleet, and then eventually turning to rain. This one could actually bring wintry weather even into the lower valley. Lower 40s on Friday. The weekend is looking dry. Saturday the clear favorite with highs in the mid 40s because Sunday we're only in the 30s with a few flurries. Meteorologist Brian Lapis will update you not only on tonight's overnight rain but also on that late week wintry mix on 22 News starting at 5. Yeah, he didn't say anything in my ear, so I didn't know how many were there. Oh, yeah. So hopefully they can trim that initial bit off. Yeah, Adam will. Cool.
So this is where the news happens every day. How many times a day? 4 times a day.
Do what?
The news.
Yes.
So they already work with TV.
30 seconds.
So right now we're in a commercial break, so then they're going to go back to Rich Live. What's going on today? Anything crazy?
Same old, same old.
The news. The news is
I
happening.
don't actually play Slave, but
Bye.
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
Bye. Bye.
The door? That's pretty cool. Like,
So there you go, on there, but I'll be honest. So over here this is just awards, and then over here is our news director, and he's in a meeting right now, so we won't go in there, but it's pretty cool. The whole station is a giant square. This is where all of the internet stuff goes on, so it's called Social News Desk, so everything goes through this, and it updates everyone's tweets and everything like that. They all go through, and so you can see who's on the leaderboard. Right now, Ciara is number 1. Tammy is number 2. Tammy, gotta get your tweets up. No. Bye. This way, we're back to the beginning, just about. So this is just another entrance into the studio. This is just, you can see Rich from, this is just another entrance to them doing the news. It's a nice story. We have lots of departments here, so everyone's working hard. And then that brings us back to the Mass Appeal studio. And look at that.
That was so cool to see the set of Channel 22 and how they filmed Mass Appeal with Lauren and Danny. And it was really interesting, funny, and educational.
Yeah.
And we got to see how they film Mass Appeal in other live shows, just like it. And we got to see how real reporters ask questions and how they do their shows. And it's not that different from ours, because on Mass Appeal, they go on location and they go in studio just like us.
I know, and the most surprising thing we learned is that Danny News and Lauren Zenzi are not married.
I know, that was so surprising. And they're not married, but they're still co-hosts of Mass Appeal. And if you want to watch their show more, then you can go to Channel 22 on weekday mornings from 11 to 12.
And if you want to watch more of this, keep watching.
Actually, this is over. That's it for that Granby Life.
We hope you learned something.
Bye!
now they're gonna do, like, nobody suggested, like, doing, okay, so then,
I also heard.
Okay, we
got it. So that was that first part.
I had a
Is that
hiccup.
right? Okay, so now they're gonna,
No, you're doing it wrong.
Okay. And it was really cool to see how they filmed.
You have one word to say. You messed it all up.
She has one
You're
word
like,
to say.
you're like,
On the website,